Good evening, fans, and welcome to Mel's Match Hat review of WWE Crown Jewel. How was everybody's Saturday? Mine was great. I got to see my son. I got to somehow, when he was taking a nap this afternoon, which was fantastic, I was able to watch a little bit of it, and I was able to, keep up with what was going on. I came home, I watched the whatever I missed and everything. It was a really good wrestling show on for a Saturday. You can't ask for more. It's very short, sweet. You got to the point. It was on at 12, and it was done by like 4ish. I'll take that all day, all night. We had new champions crowned. We had champions retained by the skin of their teeth. We had a faction grow more stronger. And me, personally, I'm sick and tired of this cougar situation here. All right? I'm telling you, seriously, like, I can't. I'm done. Like, I can't. I can't even watch Monday Night Raw. All right? I don't know what the hell is going on with my hormones lately, but this has got to stop. Seriously. We've got. I believe that they should do it. They should go through with it full on. Holy shit! Like, Dominic should fucking push Rhea against the wall, stick his tongue down our throat, and say, "Well, tonight I'm going to show you what a real man is all about." I will legitimately fucking pour water over me if that happens. Holy fungool, okay? I have been on Twitter and YouTube and watching videos of people who do complications with this, and I'm fucking torturing myself with this. Jeez Louise. Anywho, circling back to the pay-per-view, we had a rivalry hopefully finish up. Hopefully Karrion Kross can move on from Drew McIntyre. Hopefully that he's going to start maybe possibly going for the Intercontinental Championship, or he's actually going to go and fucking dive bomb the tribal chief. We also had a YouTuber, and he held his own, and he impressed the shit out of me. He did an amazing job. I am so tired today. He did an amazing job, and he played the part that he needed to. And you know what? Pat McAfee made a believer out of me when it came to him wrestling, and when he was in the ring with Adam Cole. Logan Paul made a believer out of me. He held his own with the tribal chief, came up a little bit short, but we can now start planning on what's going to go happening with having Roman drop finally the titles. Good. So, oh my god, I've been up since fucking 3 this morning. In fact, I haven't even slept, really. It was a good pay-per-view. Was it a great pay-per-view? No. But it did the job. Now we are on our way to WWE Survivor Series War Games. So I cannot wait to the matches are getting called. How who's going to be participating in War Games? Also, I can't wait to the matches, the traditional 5-on-5 or the 4-on-4. Oh my god! Oh god! So let's get this party started. Let's get through this. I like to go to sleep this time this millennium. I wanted to sleep tomorrow, but I probably won't be able to because I got stuff to do in the morning. Um, so you know what I like to do. You know that I promote the stuff that I use. And that is the people over at Harry's.com. Go visit their website for all your toiletry and shaving essentials. Please go check out Maestro Classic at maestroclassics.com and get all your beard necessities. Also, please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. You can get your selection of spring water, sparkling water, and 3 flavored sparkling waters, which are lime, mango orange, and mixed berry. Also, please go check out the people over at Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. And please go check out all their flavors and flavors of brews over there. They have, for the limited time only, pumpkin chai. They brought back vanilla blueberry or blueberry vanilla, Valhalla, medium brew, dark brew, and espresso. So go check that out at deathwishcoffee.com. Also, please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. House of Glory, they had a wonderful event called Exodus. Please go check that out on Fight TV. And if you want to pay $4.99 for Fight TV Plus, you get it every month without fail. Also, if you're in the greater Pennsylvania area, please go check out Sanctuary and Outbreak Wrestling. So let's get this party started and get the review. Now, Triple H was there to hold out a hawk with his wife. I'm glad Stephanie was there for the being the fronts, being the McMahon's as a whole and everything like that. And they showed that they're a unit. They're a cohesive unit. They are running WWE like a well-oiled machine, and that is pretty much it. Good God. Oh my God. It is so, I'm so tired. I can't wait to go to sleep. WWE Crown Jewel started off with Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's music plays and he walked to the ring. Brock Lesnar's the music song plays next and he came out to the ring. Bobby Lashley doesn't wait for the match to start and attacks Lesnar and he spears him. He throws him back into the ring and spears him again. As Lesnar rolls out, Lashley goes after him and spears him again through the barricade. He throws Lesnar into the ring and spears him again. 1-2 kick out. Lesnar goes for the hurt lock, but Lesnar counters and hits the German suplex, followed by another German suplex. He hits another German suplex. He picks up Lashley and hits the F5, cover 1-2 kick out. He picks up Lashley again, but he escapes and sends Brock out of the ring. Lashley picks up Brock and drives him into the post. He sends Lesnar back into the ring. Lashley goes for the spear, but Lesnar counters and attempts the F5. Lashley escapes and hits a spine buster. He goes for the hurt lock on Lesnar. Lesnar tries to hang on. Lesnar falls back on Lashley using the turnbuckle pin and pins him for the win. Win Brock Lesnar. After the match, Lashley puts the hurt lock on Lesnar until he gets knocked out. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Damage Control, Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Damage Control music hits and the duo walk out to the ring. Backstage, Byron congratulates the women tag team champs and asks about their confidence. Alexa says she has been waiting for this moment. Bray Wyatt's logo plays on the screen. Bliss continues to say that Damage Control isn't going to beat them as Asuka finishes by saying they aren't ready for Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Asuka music plays, followed by Alexa Bliss music. They both walk out to the ring. The match begins with Alexa and Kai in the ring. Even matchup at the start, but Bliss takes down Kai with an arm drag. Both women exchange roll-ups, but no one can get the cover. Dakota tripped by Bliss. Bliss stomps Kai by standing on top of her. Kai sends Bliss into the ropes and tags her in. And tags in her partner. Bliss also tags in Asuka. Asuka with a strike and a shoulder tackle. She tags in Bliss, but Io fights back against both of them, but not enough as she is taken down by Bliss. Io tags in her partner, who is immediately knocked down. Bliss and Asuka hit a double hip attack. Asuka climbs to the top rope, but drop kicked by Io Sky, and Kai tags in Sky. Io Sky stomps Asuka. She drags Asuka into her corner, and Kai tags in. Kai continues to work on Asuka's injured leg. Kai tags in Io Sky. Asuka tries to fight back, but Sky hits the dragon screw. Sky continues to work on Asuka. Asuka fights back, but basement kick from Sky, and she plants her face first before tagging in her partner. Asuka fights back again and knocks down Damage Control before tagging in Bliss, who attacks both women. Vicious strikes on Damage Control, followed by a double drop kick. She hits a double knee stomp and follows it up with a tornado DDT. Cover 1-2 kick 1-2 broken up by Sky. There seems to be some technical issue with the lights. Sky hits the backbreaker on Bliss. Bliss hits the code red. Bliss climbs the ropes but is stopped by Damage Control. Asuka intervenes and brings down all three women. Asuka climbs and drops and hits the missile drop kick. Cover 1-2 kick out. Asuka with strikes against Kai, followed by a German suplex. 1-2 kick out. Asuka drives into the second turnbuckle. Kai hits the boot in the corner. Cover 1-2 kick out. Asuka tags in her partner, and Bliss goes for twisted Bliss, but Kai gets her knees up. Bliss hits the DDT and climbs to the top rope, but Nikki Cross appears and takes out Bliss, and Kai pins her. Winner, Damage Control, new tag team champions. If you go and watch this, there is going to be a lot of backstory. They are talked about Shimmer. They talked about Shine. They talked about like Io Sky was in a triple threat in a faction with I think her sister, and I believe it was Asuka, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm liking this. I'm liking that, they are starting to acknowledge this, not just WWE. There is a New Japan. There is a Shimmer and a Shine and everything like that. So I'm glad about this. You gotta try this. It's Eye Boost. Watsu Strawberry Watermelon. Oh, it's so good. It is so fucking good. So then after the match, we go and we have an SUV pull up backstage, and Logan Paul exits with Jake as he's interviewed by Byron Saxton. Logan says he feels like he's about to shock the world, and he reminds everyone that all it takes is one lucky punch. Steel cage match. Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross. Oh my god, the fucking goddamn entrance was fire. I cannot wait till it's WrestleMania, and he's got endless ideas. I cannot wait to see that. So Karrion Kross music plays and he walks out with Scarlett, and the entrance was fucking hot. Drew McIntyre's music plays and he comes to the ring. The steel cage lowers. The match begins. Both men exchange strikes, but Drew knocks down Kross and starts attacking him in the corner. He hits the backdrop on Kross. Kross thrusts the throat of McIntyre. Kross looks to escape the cage, but is stopped by Drew, and both men fight on the top rope. Drew gets caught up in the top rope. Kross attacks Drew in the corner and slams him to the mat. He drives McIntyre into the cage. Kross chokes McIntyre with his boot. Kross trash talks Drew in the corner, but Drew fights back with a couple of clotheslines and a belly-to-belly suplex before sending Kross in the steel cage and hits the neck breaker. McIntyre kips up. He hits the Michinoku driver on Kross. Cover 1-2 kick out. Drew chops Kross in the corner before setting him up on the top turnbuckle and attempts the superplex, but is stopped by Kross with a headbutt, putting him in the tree of woe, but McIntyre gets back up and throws Kross down. Kross hits a running knee on McIntyre. Cover 1-2 kick out. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." McIntyre sends Kross into the cage, followed by a spinebuster. Cover 1-2 kick out, and Kross locks in the cross jacket, but Drew escapes and locks in a sleeper hold. Kross gets back up and hits a Doomsday suplex. Doomsday Saito suplex, okay? Kross goes for the cross hammer, but McIntyre ducks and hits a Future Shock DDT. He is distracted by Scarlett, and Kross locks the cross jacket, but Drew escapes. Kross still hits the cross hammer on Drew. Kross begins to climb the cage, but he is stopped by Drew, who suplexes him from the top of the cage. McIntyre tries to leave the cage, but Scarlett sprays the mace in Drew's eyes. Kross now attempts to leave the cage, but Drew stops him and locks in the ankle lock and drags him into the ring. Kross escapes and hits a forearm, but Drew recovers and hits a claymore. Scarlett locks the door from the outside, not allowing Drew to escape. Drew climbs the cage and Kross tries to leave through the door, but Drew beats him to it and drops to the floor for the win. Winner, Drew McIntyre. A black SUV pulls up. Roman Reigns exits it along with the Bloodline. Byron asks him for a response to Logan's comment, but Reigns ignores him and walks away, and Solo stared Byron down and pushes his mic away. Paul Heyman then mocks Logan. Paul one lucky punch statement. He also says that Logan will never hit the one lucky punch. Triple six-man tag. The OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson versus the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio. The Judgment Day theme song plays, and they walk out together. The OC music plays. Next, the group walks out to the ring for their match. The match starts with Carl Anderson and Finn Balor in the ring. Anderson starts with uppercuts against Balor. Balor taken down with a basement dropkick and tags in Priest, as Anderson tags in Gallows. Priest with a vicious right hand, he continues to attack Gallows. Gallows fights back with strikes of his own, followed by a clothesline. He tags in AJ, but he is taken by Priest. Priest tags in Dominic, who is taken down with a backbreaker. Styles works Dominic and tags in Anderson. Anderson attacks Dominic in the corner and tags in Styles, who hits the forearm and tags in Gallows, who body slams him and hits the elbow drop. He then tags in Styles, who hits the brain buster. Styles tags in Anderson and they Irish whip him and he escapes to the outside. Carl Anderson goes out of the ring but kicked by Priest. He's then set back to the ring and Dominic covers him 1-2 kick out. Dominic tags in Priest, who hits the clothesline. Cover 1-2 kick out. Priest works Anderson in the corner and tags Balor, who stomps him. He then tags in Priest, who hits a backbreaker. Priest works the back of Anderson. Priest tags in Balor, who mocks the OC. Balor goes to work on Anderson. Anderson fights back, but not enough. He is sent into the corner as Priest is tagged in. Priest, with a right hand, goes for the same on Anderson, but hits the neck breaker. Anderson goes to tag in AJ, but Finn knocks him off the apron as Anderson hits the spine buster and tags in Gallows, who continues to attack Dominic in the corner. He slams Dominic into the mat and tags in Anderson and they go for the Magic Killer, but Priest makes the save. Both Anderson and Dominic attempt a clothesline on each other. They both tag in partners and Styles and Finn brawl in the ring until Balor is taken out by Styles. Styles picks up Balor and hits the neck breaker. He goes for the Styles clash, but Balor escapes and he is locked in the figure 4 leg lock. Anderson breaks it up but is sent outside by Dominic, who was taken out by Gallows. Balor takes out Styles, cover 1-2 kick out. Balor climbs the rope but is stopped. Styles goes for a superplex but is stopped by Dominic. Styles hits a superplex on Balor, then the crowd chants, "This is awesome." Styles goes for a phenomenal forearm but is attacked by Ripley. Balor hits the dropkick and follows it up with a coup de grace for the win. The winner is the Judgment Day. I'm going to stop here for a second. I want to bring a couple things up. Michael Cole sounds fucking different. I don't know what the fuck they did to him. They fucking sent him to fucking Android dismantling camp. I don't know. Michael Cole is actually good. If he doesn't have fucking Vince McMahon in his ear and he has Triple H, he sounds fucking great. He sounds... you know what? If they ever get Mauro Ranallo back and put him on Monday Night Raw, it would be fucking phenomenal. All right? That's number one. Number two, I've never heard the promotion of New Japan more than I did today on WWE television. All right? That's number one. Number two, we now know that this whole thing with the Never Openweight Championship was all the work. It was all the work. And number three, so we're now allowed to talk about that Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, the Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows and AJ Styles were in a club. And could it be it's the Bullet Club? OMG. Mind blown city. Mind blown city. I'm flabbergasted. So I am glad that they're doing this. We need more of it. I was hoping that they were going to say Impact tag team champions with the Gallows and Anderson, but you know what? Who fucking watches Impact? Really? I mean, I get a night off of wrestling on Thursday. It's a beautiful thing, you know? I get to go and watch other things. I get to do other things. I get to maybe go out and whatnot. I don't have to worry about wrestling. It's a beautiful thing. Braun Strowman versus Amos. Amos' theme song, and he walks out to the ring. Braun Strowman's music, and he makes it his way to the ring. The match starts with both men staring at each other. Amos challenges Strowman to the test of strength, and Amos looks to be stronger than Strowman. Amos then attacks Braun in the corner. Irish whip in the corner sends Braun down. Amos hits the clothesline on Strowman. He then hits the big boot, knocking Strowman down. He follows it up with a kick to the ribs, sending Braun outside the ring. Braun fights back and strikes, but Amos body slams. Braun covers 1-2 kick out. Strowman fights back and goes for a body slam, but Amos fights him and he body slams Strowman. Again, cover, kick out. Amos attacks Braun in the corner viciously. Braun throws across the ring by Amos. He picks up Braun, but Strowman again fights back with a couple of strikes. He sends Amos out of the ring with a clothesline. He then goes for the train, but knocked down by Amos. Braun picks up Amos, hits the running power slam for the win. Winner, Braun Strowman. I didn't even bother with that match. All right, I didn't even go back and watch it. It was ridiculous. Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship, the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes, Ridge Holland and Butch. The Usos' music hits and they walk out to the ring. The Brawling Brutes music play and the duo makes their way to the ring. Butch and Jimmy Uso start the match. Butch takes out Jay and followed it up with a German suplex on Jimmy. As he rolls out of the ring, the Usos take their titles and begin to leave, but Butch attacks them and sends Jimmy into the ring and begins to manipulate the joints. Butch works the arm of Jimmy. Jimmy tags in his brother and he continues to work Butch. Jay attacks Butch in the corner. He tags in Jimmy, who continues to work. Butch fights back with a tornado DDT. Both men tag in their partners. Ridge hits a shoulder tackle followed by a power slam. He attacks the Usos in the corner. Ridge picks up both men and slams them to the mat. Cover, 1-2 kick out. Ridge hits the 10 beats of the Bataran on Jay. Jimmy saves his brother, but Ridge shoulder tackles Jay. Ridge holds Jimmy's hand in the steel steps as Butch stomps on it. Ridge plants Jay into the mat. Cover, 1-2 kick out. Ridge tags in Butch, who attacks Jay and hits the moonsault. Cover, 1-2 kick out. The Usos with a double super kick. Jay tags in Jimmy, who climbs to the top rope and attempts the splash, but it's caught by Butch. However, he tags in Jay to super kick Butch. The Usos climb the top rope and hit the double splash. Cover, 1-2 kick, 1-2 break up by Holland. Butch breaks the fingers of Jay and tags Holland, who picks up Jay and hits White Noise. Cover, 1-2 kick out. Ridge and Butch send Jimmy into the barricade. Ridge tags in Butch and they slam Jay into the mat. Cover, 1-2. Jimmy breaks it up. Both teams brawl in with each other. The Usos super kick Ridge. Butch climbs to the top rope but is stopped by Jay as the Usos hit the 1D from the top rope for the win. The Usos retain. Last woman standing match for the Raw Women's Championship title. Bianca Belair versus Bayley. Bayley's music play plays. First, she comes out to the ring. Bianca's music hits, and next, and the Raw Women's Champion makes her way to the ring. Bayley kicks Bel Air and sends her into the corner. Bianca kips up and body slams Bayley a couple of times. Bayley sent into the outside. Bayley gets a kendo stick and tries to hit Bel Air, but she avoids and sends Bayley outside the ring again. Bayley then goes for a chair. Bel Air avoids the chair shots and drop kicks. Bayley as she rolls outside. Bayley picks up a ladder and sends it into the ring. Bel Air dives onto Bayley. Bayley pulls Bel Air down by her ponytail before slamming her into the barricade and following it up with a suplex. Bayley places Bel Air in a chair. She scales the barricade and hits a clothesline. Bayley sets up a table. Bayley goes for a suplex, but Bel Air fights back and hits the suplex. Bianca picks up Bayley, but the ladder trips and falls down. It appears she may have been hurt, but it turns out she was faking it as she viciously attacks Bel Air. Bayley attacks Bel Air with a steel chair. She scales the top rope, but Bel Air throws the chair into Bayley. Bayley slams Bianca's face into the steps, and she covers Bel Air as she covers Bel Air under the steps as the referee begins the count. As Bianca attempts to get up, Bayley attacks her with a kendo stick. The referee begins count again, but Bayley gets up. Bel Air gets up again, and she catches Bayley's kendo stick and attacks her. Bel Air picks up the steel steps and throws it at Bayley, who evades it. Bel Air then hits the spinebuster on the steps. The referee begins his count, but Bayley gets up. Bayley retreats up on the ramp, but Bianca with a vicious kendo stick and stick strikes to Bayley. Bayley hits the Bayley to belly. The referee begins to count. Both women get back up. Bayley places Bianca in the equipment case as the referee begins the count, but Bel Air escapes. The case, but the ponytail is trapped. She goes for the KOD, but Bayley locks in the crossface as Bel Air's fades. The referee begins the count. Bel Air gets back up. Bayley, driven in a golf cart, attempts to hit Bel Air, who invades the kicks. Bayley out of the cart. Both women begin brawling in the cart. Bayley scales the cart, but is joined by Bel Air as she attacks Bayley. Bel Air gets down and drives the golf cart to the ring. Bayley thrown off the top onto the table. The referee begins the count. Bianca powerbomb Bayley through the table. The referee begins the count, but Bayley gets back up. Bel Air throws a couple of steel chairs into the ring. Bayley sent into the ring. She body slams Bayley onto the chairs. She places a couple of chairs on Bayley and climbs the top rope. Bianca goes for a 450 splash, but Bayley moves out of the way. The referee begins the count, but Bel Air gets back up in time. Bayley attacks Bel Air with a chair multiple times. Bel Air hits the KOD on Bayley on the chair and sandwiches her in the ladder and traps her underneath the bottom turnbuckle as the referee counts to 10 for the win. Bianca Belair retains. The lights go out. Bray Wyatt's music plays, and he comes out to the ring. He starts by introducing himself. He then says that there was a time he would have done anything to let everyone know who he is. He says that he comes from a prestigious wrestling family. So he always wanted to greet, but it wasn't enough that as he had to be greater than all of them. He further says that he did what he thought he needed to do and gave in so much so that he made a monster of himself, and that he wore the mask with pride. However, while wearing that mask, he no longer felt afraid. He said he found himself alone, and this monster destroyed him and ran off everyone he loved. The fans chanted, "We love you." He then says that no one loves him, but they love saying things that is capable of that. He then says this isn't the ending of the story, and he doesn't want to be remembered as that man. He then says his name is Bray Wyatt, and he's going to rewrite the ending to his story. A video package plays on the screen asking why wear a mask, and says it must hurt to be someone else. He claims to know him better than anyone. He says Bray will give in, and when he does, he will remember how good it feels. He then asks Bray to hurt, but not to remove the mask. He finishes by asking Bray to tell him something, tell him he's wrong. This is so intriguing. I'm like at the edge of my seat with this whole situation. Wonder who Uncle Harry is. Holy crap, I'm thirsty. It is like 60-something degrees up here today, and I can't see for the rest of this. I have to use my glasses. WWE Universal Undisputed... Wait a second. WWE Undisputed Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul music plays and he comes out first. Roman Reigns' theme song plays next, and the undisputed WWE Universal Champion walks out to the ring. Both men tie, but Reigns immediately shows his strength by pushing away Logan. Both men shove each other. Logan takes down Reigns. Reigns gets back up and takes down Paul. He hits a vicious right hand on Paul. Logan swings and Reigns ducks and rolls out of the ring. Reigns enters the ring. He attacks Logan in the corner and knocks him down using the elbow. Roman hits the suplex on Paul. Cover, 1, kick out. Reigns goes to work on Logan. Logan fights back and he takes Reigns down with a hip toss before sending him out of the ring. Logan dives off the barricade onto Reigns before sending him into the ring. Logan with a clothesline on Reigns. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Logan goes for a springboard clothesline, but Reigns catches him with a right hand. Reigns goes to work on Logan Paul. He hits the back suplex on Paul. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Reigns continues to work Logan. Logan fights back, but is sent into the corner as Roman hits him with a vicious clothesline. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Logan fights back, but is stopped by Reigns. Logan with a gut-wrench suplex on Reigns. Logan with a clothesline followed by an elbow. He climbs the turnbuckle and hits the blockbuster. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Logan hits the Superman punch on Reigns. Paul kips up. He goes to the top rope and hits the crossbody, followed by a standing moonsault. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Logan goes for sweet chin music, but is caught by Reigns, who hits the Uranagi. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Reigns goes for Superman punch, but Logan punches his kidney as Logan hits one lucky punch followed by a Superman punch. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Reigns rolls out of the ring. Logan clears the announcer's table and sets Roman up on it. Logan Paul takes a camera and starts taking selfies. He climbs to the top rope and hits a frog splash on Reigns. The Usos come out and brawl with Logan's entourage. The Usos kick both of them. Jake Paul's music hits and he comes out. Jake knocks out the Usos. Logan sends Roman back in the ring. He climbs to the top and hits a frog splash. 1-2 kick out. Solo Sequoia music plays. He comes out to the ring. Before Solo and Jake can fight, WWE officials, referees comes out to stop them. Logan dives on the Usos. He gets back in the ring. Roman hits a Superman punch followed by a spear for the win. Winner, Roman Reigns. After the match, Roman holds up the titles on the entrance ramp and that's the end of the pay-per-view. So towards the end, they have the officials come out. They could come out when the fucking Usos came out. That's just me. They should have had them out long before. Long before. I don't usually take pills on air. I have to take 2 ibuprofen because my shoulder is killing me. Thank you. So, we have all of this. Now who's going to be the next person to challenge him? It's not going to be Drew McIntyre. He's had his chances. Is it Karrion Kross? Is it Bray Wyatt? We're just going to have to sit a spell for this. But it's going to be very interesting on Monday and Friday. So I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the continuation of what's going to go on with the Judgment Day. And Logan Paul, you've got my respect. You got my respect. You did phenomenal. You hung in there, and that's all that should count. And you are more than welcome back in WWE for me, in my case. Oh my God, it's so I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. My shoulders are killing me tonight. It's like not even funny. But it was a good pay-per-view. It was a good pay-per-view. Too bad I couldn't watch the entire thing. But I watched enough of it to get the gist of the situation, and what I seen of it was decent. And it was really just a great wrestling event. It wasn't spectacular. It was something that I actually enjoyed watching. I'm shocked. And if Triple H got this out of me, I can't wait till War Games. So, we're going to be trying to figure out who's going to be on War Games and what's going to be going on with that tournament on SmackDown. So there's a lot going on. And it's great because now there's like 2 things going on at the same time. And it's going to kind of meld with one another, which is I like. So I hope everybody enjoyed Crown Jewel. The next pay-per-view I will be covering is Full Gear. I think it's on November 19th. So I will be going and covering that. The next is Survivor Series War Games. That's going to be a little difficult. So just bear with me, and we'll get through it because my son will be home. That's a Saturday, and that will be Thanksgiving weekend. So just got to be very bear with me type situation. And that's what's going on for the rest of the month. Full Gear on the 19th and Survivor Series War Games on the 26th. I will be covering both of them. Please do me a favor. Go check out my social media. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, Mel's Mat Chat. Please go check me out on Snapchat and Facebook. Also, please go check out harrys.com. Get all your shaving and toiletry essentials there. Please go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com and get all your beard essentials. I might be having to use the beard essentials for my son. Quick story. I was visiting him today, and I'm checking him, making sure there's like nothing wrong. I know I trust the people over there, but you don't know. So I went like this, okay? Felt very almost very light grit sandpaper. So then I take my phone and I shine it on over here. Uh-oh, my son's getting a beard. I'm like sitting like this. I'm like, no, I can't be going through this yet. But he might be using Maestro Classics. I mean, he may want a beard. I don't know. I'm gonna ask him, do you want a beard? Do you want this to be off? And if he says no, then I'm not gonna get him a razor or a what is it called? Electric razor until he wants one. It's his decision now. I can't tell him what to do with his face, even though he's 17 years old and he's autistic. He wants to have a beard, he can have a beard. And I've made that decision. But if he wants Maestro Classics products, I'm glad to go in contact with them. I love their whole vibe over there. Their merch is awesome. So there. Please also go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com and get your thirst murdered over there. You have lime, orange, mango, and mixed berry. Also, please do me a favor and go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. And please go check out their limited flavor or their brew that's out, which is pumpkin chai. They just brought back blueberry vanilla. And go check out their espresso dark medium brew and their Valhalla brew. Please also go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net and check out their last pay-per-view, which was Exodus. They crowned a new world champion in Jacob Fatu, another title for the Bloodline. Also go check it out on Fight TV. Please go get that Fight TV Plus. You'll be loving every minute of it. Because now everything, if you're a big GCW fan, you can now go and sink your teeth into everything. Also, please go check out, if you're in the greater Pennsylvania area, please go check out Outbreak Wrestling and Sanctuary Wrestling. I will be back here on Friday at 2 p.m. I'm hoping that I'm going to try it live again. If it fucks up, I'm going to have to just do the uploads, and it would be just better off than that. For 264, we're going to start getting you ready for a full gear, and then we're off to the races for War Games. So, see you next week. Please go check out all my content on my channel. Please also go turn on my notifications, and when I go live, you'll know about it after you subscribe. And please go and like and share all my videos. That would be great. Have a great rest of your Saturday evening. I love you, and I'll see you on Friday at 2 p.m. for episode 264. Love you all. Have a good evening.